We just saved $96 just because we exercised a little bit of patience. We're going to talk about that coming up.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to another Sunday night sit down with his and her money. I'm Talent.
And I'm Ty, and we're managing money, marriage, and everything in between.
So we did it, guys. We just saved 96 smackaroos.
Like that.
All because we exercised just a little bit of patience.
That's right. So the story goes a little bit like this. Well, The Lion King is coming to Chicago. And I've always wanted to see the Broadway show of The Lion King, and so did my sister and my mom and the rest of my family. So one Sunday morning, I was getting ready for church, and my phone rings, and it's my mother. And she sounded like she was in a bit of a rush. She was like, I'm online right now. I just found tickets for us to go to Lion King. It's a pre-sale. They're $103 each, so I need to know if you want me to buy it. And I was like, what? Wait, huh? Like, it caught me off guard. So I started doing the math, and I'm like, that's $200. I said, that's a lot of money. I said, well, Mom, I need to talk to Tyler first. And she was like, okay, click. And I was like, man. I said, wow, either she was like, okay, Ty, I don't have time for that, or either, okay, Ty, I need to hurry up and get the tickets. And I later found out that it was the latter part. She had to hurry up and get the tickets. So after church, I came home that day, and later on in the evening, I called my sister, and I said, yeah, Mom called me. Like, she was in a rush telling me, the Lion King tickets were $103, and quite frankly, that's just a lot of money, $206, a little bit around Christmas. And I said, but she kind of hung up the phone on me. And Taryn was like, my twin sister said, she said, well, Ty, we lost the tickets just that quick because she called you to find out if you wanted to go and wanted her to buy the tickets. And, of course, we pay her back. She lost those tickets in that particular area where they wanted to sit. So she did end up finding more seats in another, around the same area for the same price. And so my sister got the tickets as well, too. So I said, oh, you bought the tickets? You were okay with paying $200-something? And she was like, well, yeah. She said, well, you know what, Ty, if you don't go, I might have you keep my kids, right? I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh, no, we going now, okay? Let me get on the computer and find out how much these tickets are, right? So I get online, and I go to Ticketmaster, and I'm looking at the theater, and I found some seats for $55, okay? So it kind of caught me off guard. I said, Tyler, you want to go see The Lion King? We can go see The Lion King for $55 a person. He was like, well, Ty, that's really not my thing, but if you want to go see it, hey.
I support you, baby.
Exactly, and I appreciate that, right? So I bought the tickets, so I called my twin back. I said, Taryn, I don't know where Mom found $103 tickets, but I just found some for $55 and I got them. Taryn was like, wait, what? $55? I said, yeah. She said, Mom made it seem like there were no other options. I said, when I was on the phone with her, it appeared that way as well. So when I talked to my mother, she said, no, there were other options. It's just I wanted us to sit in a desirable area so we can see the stage just perfectly fine. I told Taryn, I said, let me tell you something. The Cadillac Theater is not overly large, and hey, I'm okay with sitting in the balcony. So when my mother called and she said, yeah, I heard you got your tickets, I said, well, Mom, we are in the house. That's all I got to say. We in the house. We might not be sitting in your level, but we're in the house. So we're going to see the same play. We're going
to see the same show.
Yeah, we're going to see the same. And my sister was like, oh, man, she started doing the math. That's $96, Ty. I could have saved $96. And in my head, I'm like, you got to be patient. You got to be patient. Sometimes patience is key. And we just want to share that little story with you guys to, pretty much show you guys that you don't always have to be so quick to make a financial decision. Even if it seemed like it was a good deal. $103 did seem like a good deal in my eyes because I remember when we were in New York, the tickets can be like $200 when it first came out, $200 and up. The tickets can be really expensive if you're not getting it on pre-sale. So even though it sounded like it was a good idea, sometimes you have to exercise a little bit of patience because you may end up saving money in the long run. And in our case, we got our tickets for $55, guys, and we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I think the moral of the story is that patience will pay off. A lot of times we get in the position where we want to make a purchase that really seems like a good deal, a good buy. We should do it. We have to act now, act now. And a lot of times it really isn't that serious, guys, but we make it out to be that way on the inside because of this this impulse to think that we don't want to miss out on a great deal. A good rule of thumb is when you're making a purchase, especially and particularly a very, very large purchase, is to sleep on it. Wait 24 hours. And if that desire is still there, then maybe you should proceed. But a lot of times we're able to think more level-headedly, more clearly, if we exercise just a little bit of patience and maybe even find a better deal at another place or even online.
That's so true.
And so what we want you guys to know is that we don't want you to get caught up in impulse buying, because so many of us allow impulse buys to get us in financial bondage. And so just look back over some of the purchases, especially the large purchases that you've made recently. I mean, how many do you regret? How many do you regret and wish that you never had done? What more better things could you have done with that particular amount of money if you hadn't acted so quickly? And so as we move forward, as we continue to help you guys do better with your finances and get on track and get on solid financial footing, one of the behaviors that we want you guys to start to use is exercising patience before making purchases.
And one day that you have to, in particularly need to be careful, and that's usually around Black Friday. How many impulse buys? Okay. Now, granted, I love a good bargain, and I do know a good deal when I find one, but not all deals are the best deals, especially when it comes to Black Friday. I cannot tell you, a lot of people feel like, oh, I need to go grab this TV because it's, $200. Let me tell you.
You ain't need no TV.
But that TV is probably $200 even after Black Friday. Sometimes some of these same items that you can find for this special price is really sometimes a special price all year round. Now, granted, not all items. I'm sure you guys have plenty of stories of where you really, really did find a great bargain, because we have a few as well.
Yeah.
But you just have to be very careful that you don't get caught up in the hype, and you want to exercise patience. Like you said, sleeping on it is a very good way to kind of like decide whether or not you need to make that purchase or not. And for us, it was waiting about 8 hours. It was about 8 hours from the time that I spoke to my mother to about the time that I purchased it. I thought about it a little bit, and then when I talked to my sister, and I'm like, she want me to keep her kids? Oh, no. I want to go too. She going, I want to go, But no, I don't mind keeping my babies, my nieces. I love them dearly. But guys, in our case, we were able to save $96, and we're excited. We may not be sitting with our family in the same location that they're sitting in, but we are in the house, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? We will get to hear the same songs, the same music, and we'll be able to see the stage pretty well, I would say. We've been there before to that particular theater. We've seen many of other shows there and had a great time. And my sister even said, she said, you know what, Ty, I would have sat up there. If I would have knew the tickets were $55, I would have been up there, right up there with y'all, So just exercise patience. Anytime you're going to make any type of financial decision, you want to make sure that you're level-headed, and sometimes you need a little bit of patience.
So we got to hear from you guys. Remember now, His and Her Money is a community, and we're all here to help each other. So down in the comment section, tell us a regrettable purchase that you made and why that you regret it. Was it because you purchased it too fast and ended up seeing that there was a better deal somewhere else? And the reason why we want you to comment is because somebody might be on the verge of making that very same mistake. And maybe you could talk them out of it and help them to make a wiser decision. So in the comment section, tell us about a major purchase you made that you regret.
And also share with us about maybe a purchase that you did not make because you exercised patience, being patient. We love to read stories like that, and everybody in the community, the His and Her Money community, they read along with us. So yeah, definitely do that. All right, guys, so if you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, visit us over at our website at hisandhermoney.com and meet us back here next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you will see the both of us sharing with you.
And in the meantime, head over to iTunes or Sticher Radio and subscribe to the His and Her Money Show. We have a wonderful podcast that is ranked in the top 100 on iTunes, and it is full of valuable information to keep you motivated on your financial journey throughout the week.
All right, guys. Well, it's been great. Until next time.
Peace.
Bye.